Hey, what's up, y'all? Classic Kev back with another episode. Honestly, it's really probably the most important episode yet. Because on today's episode, guys, we got a little bit of bad news regarding the Bitcoin and the crypto markets. We also have a little bit of good news, but mostly bad news. Mostly bad news. So definitely stay to the end of this video, guys, because I got some good news from Jerome Powell. And you're going to want to hear what he said about Bitcoin crypto, and I'll give you my thoughts. But let's start with the bad news, guys. So we talked about this on the last episode, that Bitcoin miners are selling tokens as prices linger to new lows. So that's right, guys. So we have some on-chain data that's showing that a lot of these mining companies are selling. Now, different miners are selling for different reasons. I mean, in some cases, mining companies are acquiring other miners. The problem with that is they have to liquidate their Bitcoin in order to get the cash to buy the mining company. Because what we can see on chain too is, check this out, guys, the Bitcoin hash rate is surging to all-time highs. I mean, guys, the hash rate, this is the most secure computing network in the history of mankind. So when we're investing in Bitcoin, like, we're really invested in this infrastructure. We're invested in these computers. We're invested in these giant mining farms, and there's never been a network this strong, this powerful. So that's what we really need to focus on. But in the short term, we could see, I'm just being honest with y'all, we could see more volatility. We could see a sharp downturn. We could, guys, I wouldn't be surprised if we tested $14,000, $15,000 at this point. Now, I want to stay positive, because I think if it does hit those levels, I don't know about y'all, but I'll be buying a whole Bitcoin. And I don't think it'll stay at those levels long. Now, let's go ahead. Also, too, another reason some of the miners are selling, guys, some of them, they weren't expecting this downturn in price. So they're just getting liquidated. They don't have enough capital backing them in order to survive, this price. I mean, they set up their operation. They probably took out loans and stuff, and they were forecasting that the Bitcoin price would be a lot higher right now. So businesses are going out of business. It's happening all over. So anyway, let's go ahead. Let's look at this chart, guys. So this is the Bitcoin price history. In each of these epochs at the top, this 1, 2, 3, and 4, that's the Bitcoin halving every 4 years, the Bitcoin halving cycle. So if you look at where we're at in epoch 4, we still haven't seen that giant run up. Now, a lot of, Bitcoin analysts and TA people were predicting a giant run up to between $100,000 and $200,000 per coin. And if we look at the history and the trends, it was showing that. See how each epoch has a huge run up? This run up has not happened yet. And I'm still banking that it's going to happen between now, 2022, and 2024, when the Bitcoin halving happens. Now, a trend is always a trend until it's not. So there is a chance that this never happens. That we're just, a trend is a trend till it's not, and that we're just going to explore a new price history as the markets continue to go downward. Many geopolitical reasons why the markets are going downward. One being, them raising interest rates. Just money's hard to go by. We're going into a recession. So I still believe that Bitcoin is your number one asset to protect against inflation. And I want to show y'all this. So let's focus on the good, guys. So, our government has told us that the CPI numbers for inflation are at 8.6%. Well, look at this chart, guys. Fuel's up 106%. Gas is up 48%. Used cars up 16%. Food at home up 11%. So accumulative, the inflation is at 8.6%, but when it's in the items that we most need and most use, that's where it's hitting closest to home. So again, guys, I believe Bitcoin to be the greatest asset and greatest hedge of inflation that you can ever purchase. And the short-term price, you guys, you have to know the difference between value and price. The value of this asset is not correlated with the price. The price is clearly being manipulated at this point. And as always, guys, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I know I joke around a lot on this channel, but I'm really being serious with you right now, guys. This price is heavily manipulated. And, by who? I can't really factually prove who is manipulating it, but these markets are manipulated. It's not too crazy to say. And also want to remind y'all of this, guys. Check out this post I just saw about a Bitcoin conference. 4.26 billion people live under authoritarian rule. Authoritarianism is one of the biggest problems facing humanity today. yeah, how privileged we are to live in America where we have access, to financial systems. We can go to a local lender's office and get a home loan, a 30-year mortgage, which is one of the greatest financial tools provided to the American people. How fortunate we are to have our banks, our bank tellers know our first name. We can go use an ATM, get cash out just like that. We can have our works direct deposit us money. Other countries don't have these services, guys, and that's what Bitcoin brings to them. Bitcoin brings to them financial independence. It really brings sovereignty to nations, and that's why you're seeing so many other countries adopt it right now, guys. So now let's go to this, guys, because I know a lot of people have thought, like, what does the Fed think about all of this? Is crypto going to be illegal? Well, let me play what Jerome Powell said the other day, and I'll give you my thoughts.
Looking forward, rapid changes are taking place in the global monetary system that may affect the international role of the dollar in the future. Most major economies already have or are in the process of developing instant 24/7 payments. Our own FedNow service will be coming online in 2023. And in light of the tremendous growth in crypto assets and stablecoins, we are examining whether a U.S. central bank digital currency would improve upon what is an already safe and efficient domestic payment system. As our white paper on this topic notes, a U.S. CBDC could also potentially help maintain the dollar's international standing.
All right, guys, so that was the Fed Chair Jerome Powell's thoughts, and allow me to translate. So basically what he's saying is that the U.S. dollar may not be the world reserve currency for various reasons. And what he's saying, too, is that they recognize that a CBDC, a central bank digital currency, is something that has a lot of benefits and something they want to implement. Now, not so fast, because, the crypto industry as a whole, we don't want a CBDC. We don't want a central bank digital currency. But at this point, we have to accept that there more than likely is going to be a CBDC. And here's a little tip. If our federal government is smart, it would buy all the Bitcoin it can and use that Bitcoin to back the US dollar. That would create the strongest dollar, because as you guys remember, our dollar used to be backed by gold, but we got off the gold standard for whatever reason, and that's when the inflation crisis really started. So that's just my thoughts, guys. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. Drop me a rocket ship emoji. Drop me a rocket ship emoji in the comments. And as always, guys, not financial advice. And if you could, like, comment, subscribe, do all those things. Anyway, y'all, I'm Classic Kev. I'm out. Peace.